everyone. Today we will discuss about financial management. Financial management, how to manage the financial assets and how to manage the financial decisions. Money required for carrying out of business activity is called business with finance. All the money which is required for business is called business finance. Finance is needed to establish a business, to run it, to moderate it, to expand or diversify it. Financial management is the activity concerned with the planning, pricing, controlling, and administrating of funds used in the business. Financial management के पास एक्टिविटी इतनी एबिलिटी होती है जो कंट्रोल कर सकती है किसी भी एक्टिविटीज को. It is concerned with optimum requirement as well as usage of finance. It aims at ensuring availability of enough funds whenever required as well as avoiding ideal finance. The main objective of financial management is to maximize shareholder wealth, for which achievement of optimum capital structure and proper utilization of funds is a must. Every company is required to take three main financial decisions, which are: first one is investment decision, second one is financial decision, and third one is dividend decision. Now come to the first point of investment decision, which tell us it relate to how the firm fund are invested in different assets. Investment decisions can be long term or short term. It may be long or short. As long term investment decision is called capital budgeting decision, which involve huge amount of investment and are irreversible except at the huge cost, while short term investment decisions are called working capital decision, which affect day to day working of a business. Working capital मतलब current asset minus current liability. When we detect current asset from current liability, we get working capital. Financial decision, it relates to the amount of finance to be raised from various long-term resources. The main source of fund are owner fund, example equity, shareholder fund, and the borrowed fund, etc. And debt is also an example of borrowed fund. Borrowed fund to be repaid at a fixed time and thus some amount of financial risk. Example, risk of default on payment is that financial. Moreover, interest on borrowed fund have to be paid regardless of whether or not a firm has made a profit. On the other hand, shareholder fund involve no commitment regarding payment of return or repayment of capital. A firm mixed both debt and equity in making financial decisions. Now, dividend decision. Dividend means that part of profit which is distributed to shareholder. A company is required to decide how much of the profits earned by it should be distributed among shareholders and how much should be retained. कितना वापस करना है. The decision regarding dividend should be taken keeping in view the overall objective of maximizing shareholder wealth. Financial planning. What is financial planning? Financial planning is tell about estimating the fund requirement of a business, and specifying the source of fund is called financial planning. It ensures that enough funds are available at the right time, as that a firm could honor its commitment and carry out its plan. Now, what are the importance of financial planning? To ensure availability of adequate fund at the right time, to see that the firm does not raise fund unnecessarily. Now, what are the factors affecting investment decision and capital budgeting decision? First one is capital cash flow of the project. What is the meaning of cash flow of the project? Its main purpose of this is that the series of cash receipt and payment over the life of an investment prospect should be considered and analyzed for selecting the best proposal. Now, rate of return. The expected return from each proposal and risk involved in the should to be taken into account to select the best proposal. Investment criteria involved. The various investment proposals are evaluated on the basis of capital budgeting techniques, which involve calculation regarding investment amount, interest rate, cash flow, rate of return, etc. These all are the example of investment capital in criteria. Now, what are the factors affecting financial decision? Cost. First is cost. Very important point of views. Financial decision. The cost of raising fund from different sources are different. The cheapest source should be selected so that the minimum risk is involved. Risk. The risk associated with the different sources is different. More risk is associated with borrowed fund as compared to owner fund, as well as interest is paid on it and it is repaid also after a fixed period of a time or on expiry of its tenure. Flotation cost. Flotation cost मतलब जितना भी money, how to manage, how to invest in the business, these all are the concerned with flotation cost. Now, cash flow position of the business. In cash flow, the case of cash flow position of a company is good enough, then it can easily use borrowed fund. Control consideration. It means those who are existing shareholders want to retain the complete control of business, then finance can be raised through borrowed fund, but they are ready for dilution of control over business. Equity can be used for rising finance. Now, state of capital market. During boom, finance can easily be raised when their business is running at smoothly, or business is running in good condition, then finance can be easily raised. Why? Issuing share. What? During depression period, rising finance by means of debt is easy. Factor affecting dividend decision. Earning stability, disability of a dividend company. Growth prospect. In case there are growth prospect for the company in the near future, then it will retain its earning and thus no or less dividend will be declared. Cash how position. Cash flow position. Dividend involve an outflow of cash and thus availability of adequate cash is foremost requirement for declaration of dividend. Now, preference share. प्रेफरेंस शेयर का मतलब सिंपल ये है कि शेयर होल्डर and you can't cash desire for dividend, then company may go for declaration the same. Taxation policy. company is required to pay tax or dividend declared white. If tax on dividend is higher, company will prefer to pay less. A way of dividend varies. If tax rate are lower, than more dividend can be declared by the company. Now, capital structure refer to a mix between owner of fund and borrowed fund. It will set to optimal when proportion of debt and equity is such that it result in increase in the value of equity share. The proportion of debt in the overall capital of the firm is called financial leverage or capital gearing. When the proportion of debt is the total capital is high, then the firm will be called highly leveraged. What firm when the proportion of the debt in the total capital is less, then the firm will be called lower leverage firm. Now, factor affecting capital fund: cash flow position, investment coverage ratio, return on investment, rotation cost, control, trade taxes. These all are the factor affecting capital structure. Now, fixed capital and factor affecting fixed capital. Fixed capital refer to the investment in long-term asset. Investment in fixed asset is for longer duration and they must be financed through long-term asset. Sources of capital: decisions relating to fixed capital involve huge capital or fund and are not reversible without incurring heavy losses. A factor affecting the requirement of fixed capital are as follows: nature of business, means investment in fixed assets, huge fixed capital is required in business. What trading concern need to less fixed capital is required as it doesn't require purchase plant and machinery. That's why scale of operation, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए ऑपरेट करने के लिए लार्ज स्केल पे अमाउंट की नीड होती है, रिक्वायरमेंट होती है कैपिटल की, इस वजह से ऑपरेट आराम से हो सके ऑन स्मॉल स्केल। चॉइस ऑफ टेक्निक, किस तरह की टेक्निक हमें इस्तेमाल करनी चाहिए, लेबर और मशीनरी, टेक्नोलॉजी अपग्रेडेशन, एवरी टाइम ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के लिए एसेट की ज़रूरत होती है सो दैट fixed capital as compared to other organization so that business run हो सके smoothly. Upgradation होना बहुत जरूरी है. Growth prospect, company having higher growth plan require more fixed capital in order to expand production capacity. More plant and machinery are required. Diversification, in case of company go for diversification, then it will require more fixed capital to invest in fixed assets like plant and machinery. Working capital and factor affecting working capital. When working capital refer to the capital required for day-to-day life working is organization. Apart from the investment fixed asset, every business organization needs to invest current asset which can be converted into cash or cash equivalent within a period of time 1 year. Provide liquidity to the business. Working capital is of two types: gross working capital and net working capital. Investment in all current asset is called gross working capital. Excess of current asset over current liability is called net working capital. Working capital requirement, organization and nature of business है, scale of operation है, business cycle है, seasonal factor and credit allowed, credit availed. ट्रेडिंग ऑन इक्विटी, ट्रेडिंग इक्विटी मीन्स इंक्रीज जब होता है प्रॉफिट तो इक्विटी शेयर होल्डर ज़्यादा अर्न करते हैं ड्यू टू इस वजह से क्योंकि फिक्स्ड फाइनेंस चार्ज करते हैं लाइक इंटरेस्ट. ट्रेडिंग ऑन इक्विटी वन व्हेन रेट ऑफ अर्निंग ऑफ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज हायर देन द कॉस्ट एट which fund have been borrowed and as a result equity shareholder get higher rate on dividend per share. These are the factor affecting working capital. this chapter is finished. Thank you. If you like our video, then hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. I hope you will learn some topic in this chapter. I have finished in short time. I hope you like it.